This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole. But
there goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson going to hand it to Prosise. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the...
Give me that.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Give me that.
A great read, and it's picked off. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, it's a wobbler here. He'll take it at the 42. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A second down carry for Prosise. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught by C.J. Prosise. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Wilson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Alert.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up backing the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Wilson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He hits his running back. Procise. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3rd and short, it's Procise. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise taking it in as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy.
And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
I seen it last night.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Play man against Uncle Russell. What's up, please? That'd be hard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
41's the mic. Check 41. Yo.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night. To try again after the sack. Wilson being chased out left. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
41 Mike. All day, baby, all day.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
Come on,
That'll be
Rocco.
tipped
Come
and
on, Rocco.
intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Look what I did.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What do we do? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Kill. Turn.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Kill.
Returnable for Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. The escapability in evidence there. Is that one good for 15 and a 1st?
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
I baited you, Lapo.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Switch.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Here we go on 4th with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson going to throw again. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
I'm going to make him run. You can run for his life.
3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Buying time to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that, when you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that, and they know they have nearly as much space to cover, and they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Under 10.
He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game, waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Throwing on second down. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. He may try and run for this. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. This is Procise on the carry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
See, I'm getting out about this one.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Like challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never try. Work it out. W's, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I could be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Precise. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Wilson turns and gives to Precise. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
On first down, Precise. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Pernell McPhee. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. They'll run on first down. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Procise. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Wilson now, throwing on 4th down. Flushed out right, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a run on first down. He's not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
14.
Operating from the gun. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson, flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. Yeah, the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Watch the shot.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, it's Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Ingram. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 26 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Let's go. Go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Wilson on third down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Watch the screen, lady. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. 25. 14.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Myers' kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Ingram again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
36 power. Watch the run. 41 to Mike. Check. 49.
Now Wilson throwing on first down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Dancing to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's checking.
Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The shotgun handoff to Procise. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Procise. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again they run. Again it's Procise. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Some people nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw again. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that will write a finish to this ball game.